Hello, welcome to Ruthie K's. This is just a little mini class for you on what to do when you have beads, sequins, sparkly stuff, or even fur, but we'll talk about fur specifically on another day, on your garment that you're sewing, and you need to sew where those beads are. Beads break your sewing needle. They don't easily go through the dog foot, and they make your life rough. This one that we're going to start with is super easy actually, because we're just going to pin it below where we want to sew, and we're going to pop off all the beads in between with a thumbnail. So the first thing I'm going to do is pin it, and it's always good to pin it if you don't feel comfortable with it slipping, sliding, or whatever else it may decide to do in the meantime. And it also kind of marks out an area for you. And it doesn't matter whether you're using a serger or a sewing machine. You have to get those beads off. Okay? So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to aim the camera down here so that you can watch me pop those beads off against my table. Okay. So we have right sides pinned together. That means the beads are on the inside. I can just turn it like this. Make sure I'm getting it here. Turn it like this, and I literally start popping these beads off because they are glued on. Okay? I keep them because I may want to actually put some of them back on later, but I'm popping them off in a large enough space to actually fit the foot of my sewing machine. Okay? If you have a cording foot, that'd only be half that distance. This machine I'm using today to show you I don't happen to have a cording foot for it. This is my Janome Magnolia 7330. It's a few years old, very good machine. Don't need to replace it. I use it for a lot of stuff that I do, including buttonholes. And I like showing you on this machine because most of you are going to have a machine more like this versus my industrial machine. So, see, I'm just popping them off there, making a little pile of them. This is a fun top made for my chorus that I sing with. And there will be like 25 to 40 of us wearing this. And what we were looking for was comfort and to look really cool from on stage. And here with this bling on our sleeves, because this is a sleeve, and the front of our tunic that we're making, is going to look really cool from the stage and have a lot of easy flow to it. So, and it doesn't take too long, but it is an extra step where we have to take all of those off. And everywhere you're going to put a seam, you have to take those off. So when I hem this top, I'm going to have to take them off the bottom. I'm also going to have to take them off of enough around the sleeve area here so that I can actually sew it into my sleeve of my top. Okay? And I just have a whole collection in this little jar right here, and that's what I'm going to do with these. So there you are, the first step. And with these beads, it's super easy because they're all glued on. If they're sewing on, we'll go over that later. And when they're sewing on, you have to do just a few other things, but we can do the same thing. And remember, whenever we're altering something, whether it's a piece of fabric with sequins or beads so that we can sew on it, or we're altering a whole garment. We want to do as little as possible. You want to take off as few beads as possible. You want to open the seam up as little as possible so that it makes it quicker and there's less to be affected by our alteration. Have a great day. This is Ruthie K from Ruthie K's